The year was 1907. Joseph Jessop had relocated his family from England to San Diego. He opened a jewelry store downtown on 5th Street, what is now the Alma Hotel. He built this clock to advertise his new store and to, as it proudly proclaimed on its face, tell San Diegans the correct time of day. There it stood for almost the next 80 years. That was until 1985, when Jessop's Jewelers and the clock moved. But not far, just over to what was then the brand new Horton Plaza shopping center. It stayed here until 2018. After being vandalized several times, the clock was packed up and moved to the San Diego History Center.
Well, you know, the History Center is the perfect location for it.
Yeah. That's Jim Jessop, Joseph Jessop's great-grandson. Ownership of the clock is shared by him and several other family members, but he's in charge of it and its future.
Right behind that door, you'll see the clock.
Ah. Oh, wow.
Now, I'll tell you, this is the first time we have shown the clock since it was crated up in 2018.
When it was dismantled, the clock was packed up in several boxes. This is what most people remember, one of three faces of this magnificent creation, and it's actually not a clock, per se.
The Jessop clock is made like a giant pocket watch.
That's because Joseph Jessop was first and foremost a maker of pocket watches.
There is no other clock in the world like the Jessop clock. And so he made it the way he knew how to make it. He estimated all the gear ratios that would turn the 22 hands in the clock, and it kept good time for 100 years.
The clock is a marvel of engineering. One day, Jim Jessop was talking to a clockmaker, and he asked how, in the days before even slide rules, much less digital technology, how his great-grandfather did it.
And the clockmaker shrugs and says, I just don't know. But it took some real magic for him to be able to put this whole clock together.
In addition to San Diego, the clock showed the time for 12 other great cities of the world. Places like New York, London, Paris, Berlin, Mexico City, Calcutta. And when it came to Calcutta, the elder Jessop had to get creative. The introduction of daylight saving time years later meant a bit of extra magic was needed for the clock's movement.
When you go to daylight savings time, we move 1 hour. Calcutta would move 1/2 hour. Ooh. So he built all of those ratios into the setting of the clocks on this, the hands on this dial, so that it would adjust 1/2 hour for Calcutta.
As far as the clock keeping the correct time, Jessop says there's a funny story about that, which involves the Santa Fe Depot just a few blocks away.
My great-uncle, Joe Jessop, was talking to a fellow that ran the train station several blocks from the store. Yeah. And he said, you know, when the train whistle blows, we set the clock. And the guy laughed and he said, well, you know, we come by the clock and set our train whistle. So it's, you know, there were two ways to tell time in downtown San Diego, and the Jessop clock was only one of them.
So many stories, so much history. But now Jim Jessop has his sights set on the clock's future. The family, in coordination with the History Center, is in the process of raising money to restore the clock and bring it to a final, fitting place. They need $2 million to do that and to place it here. These artists' renderings show what it will look like in a redesigned History Center gallery. Then they need $2 million more to endow the clock.
So that it will be taken care of forever. So when San Diegans come to see the clock, they will be seeing something that is just like it was on the streets of San Diego, and they'll be able to see it forevermore.
Jessop says they want all that to happen by 2028, a time when the clock will begin its final chapter, when all of us can enjoy it for time immemorial. John Carroll, KPBS News.